There's this big trend that is going on right now in 2024. I'm not sure when it exactly started, but it was a big trend starting probably back in 2022, maybe popularized in 2023. But the trend is solopreneurship. Now, a lot of people are boasting being a solopreneur, somebody who's able to make millions of dollars on their own. And this sounds cool to people because it's this idea that you don't need to have this huge team to make a lot of money. And although I think it's really cool in the sense that it helps people understand that all you need to do is be capable yourself. And if you're capable yourself, you have a lot of opportunities. The only thing that I don't like is that everything requires humans. Everything is about relationships. Everything is about building a team, a family. And one of the fundamental things about the United States, and I guess this really only applies to the United States, it can't apply to other places. I do think that one of the things about the United States, one of the amazing things about the United States, one of the things that they had right, the founding fathers, was that the fundamental unit of our society was the family. And they believed that the fundamental unit of a thriving society is the family. That a society where the family is not the base unit, it would be doomed. And from my perspective, what we have seen in the past years and decades, seems like there's a which I don't want to say that word because I feel like saying that word will get this video flagged. But there's a war against the family. And more so, I think that there's a war against relationships and true connection. Before I go further on this video, this is a long video about business and philosophy. Now, I actually keep walking back and forth around this room. It's a conference room in the office. It's a good place to think. This video, if you choose to watch it and be a part of it, it's more of a philosophical video, like I was just about to say. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, it's just a game. And if you're not doing it with it being a game in mind, then you could become really stressed out. You could become really overwhelmed, and it just stops being fun. Now, all those people that take their businesses and everything too seriously, as you know, they're a hoot to spend time with, you know? So this is one of my more philosophical videos. If you're into that, you could stick around. And I'm just going to keep walking around this room because it helps me think, and I think it's fun. But the point of this video, that I'm going to try to make this video have a point, and primarily that point is going to be I think the main point is going to be how solopreneurship is a bad idea, and it's perfectly in alignment with this move towards being single, not having a family. I think that there's this huge push to being lonely. And it's crazy because when I was growing up, it seemed like a lot of people were afraid of being alone. They were afraid of being lonely. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be alone and without people to be lonely. You certainly can be entirely alone with a bunch of people around you. I've experienced that, and a lot of people have experienced that. It's when people seem deeply shallow and really only superficial. They don't really care about the deep things of this world, talking about life, purpose, and everything. When you're around people who can only seem to think about things that are going on in the news, pop culture, things like that, things that don't really matter to our lives, things that are going to be done and over with at the end of the week, the end of the year, the end of the month. But there is a push to loneliness, and I believe we have a loneliness epidemic. Perhaps I can make this video about the loneliness epidemic and solopreneurship, and how solopreneurship is another tool, or it's an idea that is being propped up. And I'm not saying that there's people, or I'm not saying there's some organization that decided to say, hey, let's make solopreneurship a thing. I don't know where the term was coined. It could be perfectly organic, and perhaps it's we, the humans, that are doing this to ourselves. We are the ones that, although we don't like being lonely, although we don't like being lonely, for some reason we're creating a path to loneliness. And it's always funny because you hear this idea that you are your own worst enemy. You're the one who is causing all these things to yourself and to your life. It's kind of funny. It's a paradox because we spend so much time and so much energy trying to do the right things so that we could have a good life. A lot of us don't want to be lonely, so we try a lot of things to not be lonely. But then you have this war going on inside. You have all these things, all these different aspects to your being that are fighting each other. And it's almost like you're being pulled in all these different directions. This is why I think a person who has fully developed a fundamental philosophy, a fundamental set of values that they decide to adhere to and uphold for the rest of their life, that person essentially is able to not have a war going on inside of them. They're not being pulled in all these different directions. So, to the point of solopreneurship, I think it's a bad idea, and I think most people that are solopreneurs and are championing the solopreneurship trend, I believe that they will only ride that trend for a short period of time. I believe that's the thing that they're selling. Now, there's some bad actors and there's some good actors, but nonetheless, the truth is there's no such thing as solopreneurship. It's only a period of time. It's just another fancy word for freelancer, for the most part. And so, yes, you can make millions of dollars as a solopreneur or a freelancer, selling courses and everything. But it's not going to last long, and I do believe it's a lot harder to build a business and exit that business. I believe that the fundamental component of a good life and a good business are our relationships and having true connections with others. And I believe a world of people who are more devoted to their relationships and to genuinely connecting with other people, the better the world will be. So that's the point of this video. Don't get swallowed up by the hype of solopreneurship. Understand that it could be a stepping stone to becoming wealthy or the first start to building your business. But understand that the most important skill is being able to build a team and being able to be a leader. Now, I believe that a great leader is somebody who can create other leaders. And I believe that everybody should be a leader to a degree. Now, some leaders can help other leaders. There doesn't only have to be one leader. Nonetheless, when you're building a business, I believe you're building much more than just a group of people that are doing something or that are making something. I believe you're building a community. And you're probably going to spend most of your life with these people. So you better do it wisely. If you like business content, philosophy stuff, just random shit. I don't want to use curse words anymore, but if you like this stuff, my name is Roman Kenrick, by the way, and I live in Roseville, California. I am a musician. I went to the University of California, Berkeley, studied economics. I'm now more focused on my business and everything. And this channel is primarily to help other business owners and entrepreneurs and share some of the knowledge that I have and really just build my own community here. So I'm going to start doing more of these long form posts and showing myself. So it may not even, pick up any traffic or anything like that. Very few people will probably see this video, but the people who do see this video, they'll be able to get to know me. And maybe they could wow, I have a hard time speaking. Maybe they can resonate with something deeper. And that's the power of this platform, I think. And for the people that find small creators like this one, small creators like me, they may be quick to judge and say, wow, you only got so many views and stuff, and that's all right. And it's sad for them because there's a time and place for making videos that are quick action and really engaging, that hack the reptilian brain to keep you watching and listening, to sell you something. There's a time and place for those videos. And then there's a time and place for these videos. These are videos that you would call evergreen, which are videos that are timeless. So for the time of my life, for people who want to connect with me and know me deeper and understand my core values and my core philosophies, they'd watch this video. And that's the purpose of this. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys would like to connect, if you're watching this video, you want to connect on a deeper level, or maybe you're interested in working with my business or working with me, you could go ahead and reach out to me. There's a link probably in the description, and then there might be a link. You could go to my bio. You could check that out. But I hope you're doing well. All right, take care.